Once upon a time, there was a parrot named James
I
who...
thought I was the one telling the story here. Besides, it's my story to tell. So anyway, it all started when this guy named Mr. Gage bought me from the pet store many years ago. I was so excited I was finally going to have a home, but little did I know I was better off from the pet store. Mr. Gage never paid any attention to me at all, not to mention my feathers stayed uncombed for years. I hated him so much I wasn't even sad when that old jerk died. But now we have another problem. Mrs. Gage's sister was coming to collect all his riches. If she was anything like her brother, we wouldn't get along at all. So I went on with my plan. I gathered all the sovereigns Mr. Gage left for his sister and hid them underneath the kitchen's brick floor. I even went as far as trashing the house so she wouldn't want that either. So I sat on my perch and anxiously awaited Mrs. Gage's arrival. As I was waiting, Mrs. Ford, our neighbor, came by. I pretended I was asleep and she went to the kitchen and got the mail. I wasn't exactly fond of her either, considering she never came by unless she needed something. As Mrs. Ford sorted through her mail, I drifted into a deep sleep. I woke up to someone loudly knocking at the door. I quickly yelled out, "Not at home!" It was a habit I had gotten into. Mrs. Ford walked to the door and opened it quickly. Mrs. Gage stood outside in a large purple coat. She said,
Hello, my name is Mrs. Gage. I received a letter that my brother has died and I am entitled to his house, 3,000 sovereigns, and his gray parrot James.
Hello, Mrs. Gage. I'm Mrs. Ford. I've been waiting for you. Would you like to see around your brother's house?
Sure, I would love that.
Here's the house.
This house is a piece of...
I have to show you one more thing. Your new friend, James the Parrot.
Hi, James. My name's Mrs. Gage. It's nice to meet you.
Not at home. That's all that stupid parrot says anyways. I don't know why you'd be very fond of him.
Well, now that I know this house is worthless, I better head over to the bank. At least I still have the 3,000 pounds.
So Mrs. Gage made her way to the bank where she was met by bank officials to see where her 3,000 pounds.
Please take a seat, Mrs. Gage. The fact is that you must be prepared to face some very upsetting news. Since I wrote to you, I have carefully searched through the bank, and I'm sorry to tell you that there's no trace of the 3,000 pounds. I'm very sorry this happened, and quite frankly, I'm confused about it myself. But I suggest that you return to your house and sell the parrot for as much as you can get. That way you can at least return home with some money.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, I'll just go.
I'm so sorry. Thank you for coming.
So Mrs. Gage left the bank crying and made her long journey home. Since Mrs. Gage hadn't been home for the longest time, I got nervous and started fluttering my wings and accidentally knocked over a candle. The whole house set on fire and I didn't know what to do. Hopefully Miss Gage would come back for me and save me. Mrs. Gage didn't come back for a long time, so I flew away because it was getting really hot in there. I landed on a tree and I saw Mrs. Ford take Miss Gage into her house. She spent the night there too. As the fire died down, I slowly made my way down the tree and went to Mrs. Ford's house to get Mrs. Gage. I slowly made my way up to the window and I saw Miss Gage soundly asleep in the corner. I didn't know what to do, so I started pecking at the window real fast to wake her up. It did. I got so excited I started flapping my wings and I saw her face. I got Miss Gage and we started going back to the house. We started looking around the house and Miss Gage was really upset. So then, all of a sudden, I remembered that I hid the money somewhere under the floorboards in the kitchen. So I led her over to it and I made her move the bricks and she finally found the money. Oh boy, was she happy.
Oh my God, the money! It was here all along!
Everyone was so happy that they found the money. Even Miss Ford was so happy, but Miss Gage was the most happy. She could go home and live a rich, healthy lifestyle with me.
Mrs. Gage, the parrot, and her dog lived a
happy lifestyle altogether until the day that Mrs. Gage and her parrot died. Both of them died at the same time, and one could not live without another. Miss Gage got her way and got her money because of her love for animals and the fact that she wouldn't want to leave a parrot that died.